Hello and welcome to Beyond the Scale, Weight Loss and Wellness. I'm your host, Coach Monica. I'm joined today by Coach Darcy, and we are here to guide you through the ins and outs of a lifestyle that's transformed not just our lives, but the lives of countless women navigating the waves of perimenopause and menopause. Whether you're here to shed weight, understand your body better, or simply find a community that gets it, you're in the right place. So sit back and enjoy the next few minutes as we tackle the hot issues of today. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you see I didn't start our intro till after we were already live? So,
I smiled.
so we may be like posed in this spot when we
Fine,
do a
it's fine.
replay. It's everything's fine. It's Tuesday.
Yes. And just a reminder to all my listeners out there today and Coach Monica's listening.
Yeah, and your internet's wacky. So
And my internet's wacky. So we're just going to go with it.
Yeah, it's Tuesday. Welcome.
Hey.
You're going on vacation, aren't you?
Happy Tuesday.
A working vacation.
Not vacation. No, it's kind of setting up our so we have an Airbnb now. So
nice.
We own one, and so now we're setting it up because we have renters like next week.
Oh,
yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. So that's kind of why we're taking this. I don't know. There's a lot. There's people from like Florida, people from Chicago, people from like it's yeah.
Well, that's around the perfect area because it's by Chicago.
Yeah.
So you're going to get the Chicago people, and then it's by the big lake. So
yeah, travelers. Yeah. I'm not going to disclose where it is. You'll have to find it for yourself because this is not advertisement for it.
Right.
So anyway,
yeah. But if you find this coach missing one day, you might start there.
Yes, you may. And apparently it has better internet than my house. So I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, we're going to set things up. We're doing yard work. And speaking of, can I just say this? When you're working towards a goal and say like your health is really important, right?
Yeah.
There's a point. There's a point to this. You work towards something for a reason. You work out not just to look good, but actually to have muscles. So the last week when you guys had a big storm, we had a big storm. It took our front tree finally all the way down. Like we had this one tree around our house, and we decided it was a really pretty tree. So, and here in Indiana, it's like hot. So it fell down at the perfect timing because it's now extra hot, and even just stepping outside, you're sweating.
Right.
Like your health, like turning around your health style and getting healthier, getting thin and being healthier metabolically. Working out is important too, because I worked out a lot and I've been very consistent with working out, gaining muscles, but it was for a purpose. Like I had to move those logs. It was like those logs into the car by myself. So I'm like, the reason, like, it's a point of like, you're working out, not just to have muscles. There's a reason why you're working. Reason for purpose.
It paid off. That. Payday was yesterday.
Yes.
Payday was yesterday for you. Yeah.
How are you handling
hot here
in this heat?
I'm not because our central air went out. So I'm sitting in my office. This is the first time I've been in my office this week because it's so hot, and we have a window air conditioner. So I did all of my client appointments by our window air conditioner. So yeah, it's really hot. But I have this anxiety to call anybody. I have not called anybody about our air conditioner because number one, I don't know who to call. And I don't want to be taken advantage of. I don't want them to sell me a big thing. And I don't want to hear that we have a $12,000 deal we have to do. So my anxiety is keeping me from picking up the phone. But last night was the second night we've slept out of our bedroom because it's so hot upstairs.
It's too hot. It's cold. It kind of leads to that desperation, right? Yeah. That's what they're hoping for.
They are. But thankfully, our father gave us a window unit. Otherwise, we would have had to make a a decision right out of
Yeah.
desperation, and I don't want to do that for a
Well,
big.
you should check in with dad. He knows. He knows the people, somebody, I'm sure. He
Yeah.
knows a guy who knows a guy.
Yeah, he does. But
It's
so it's
that's a
really
part of
hot.
your house, right?
It's really hot.
The unexpected the
Yeah.
unexpected things like
And
tree
why does
fall.
that happen? Why does that happen when it's the hottest week of the year?
Just keeping us on our
Yeah,
toes, right?
it is.
Keeping life,
It is. Ever since
like
I lost the weight, I'm always cold. So I am not complaining so much because it's finally
okay.
a decent, because Brian keeps it freezing cold. And I have to wear a
Mm.
coat in the summertime because he keeps it so cold in here. So,
Oh my goodness.
so the
So,
window unit is actually perfect for me. It just doesn't go in all the rooms.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Sleeping in your office, not only working in your office, but sleeping in it.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
So, we're going to talk today about a subject that's near and dear to our hearts, and it's called showing up for yourself. We kind of interluded it and just, without meaning to, but showing up for yourself and why you're successful when you show up for yourself and why you're not successful when you don't show up. And so you may hear a little bit of a sting today because we're I'm a little miffed today. Can I just tell you that? You're frozen. You're frozen. There you go. I'm a little miffed
I am.
today.
I am
I'm miffed
frozen.
because people don't show up
Yes.
for themselves. You know,
Yeah.
it just is.
Right.
It's irritating to me. So why don't you kick us off?
Well, it's one of those situations. Oh, sorry. I must be great at being frozen today. But it's one of the situations, though, I was just going to add, like, where we like to put so many things in the forefront of health and our own personal. I must. This is going to be great. Well, is it?
No, you're kind of blurry.
Okay. Can you hear me though? Like you don't even see my
Yeah.
face. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
But yeah, like we like to prioritize other people's business before ourselves. And I think initially, I think the hard thing to hear is that it's more of the excuse that we don't want to work on ourselves. We want to be in other people's business and put every other priority first before ourselves because we talked about this in one of our groups yesterday. Like we tend to not want to work on ourselves. It'd be best if we could just hide it underneath a rug and then focus on
Or
other
take a
people's
shot.
lives.
Yeah.
Or take a shot.
That really
so
is. That really is it. People would rather take a
Yeah.
shot than show up to a meeting. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm just going to tell you, we gave away a priceless package this last couple weeks where we're doing 2 weeks of free coaching. And so all you have to do is show up to the meeting. Guess how many people showed up last night? I think we had 20 people enroll. We had one person out of that 20 actually
from
show
that,
up
yeah.
to the
Yeah.
coaching session.
I was going to
That's
say we
really
had a
sad.
big group.
Yeah.
I took a picture of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a big group. It was the people who have lost 100 pounds that showed up to the meeting. The people who got it free did not show up. It just kind of irritates me. It irritates because it's a sign of what we do in life.
Yeah.
You're frozen.
We get that question. Why are your programs expensive? Or why are you blah blah blah? Why isn't it cheaper?
That's why.
Well, because even if it's cheaper, people don't show up.
They don't show up. No.
If you invest in yourself and you pay a nice penny for it, more than likely you're going to show up and get.
Those are the people.
And our coach
those are
worth
the
it.
people who are successful. Yeah, those are the people who are successful. The ones who invest in it. And we offer free things all the time. Scholarships. Nobody's successful with scholarships. When you get it for free, nobody's successful because you don't have to show up because you didn't invest it and it didn't hurt a little bit. So yeah, that was a lesson to me as a CEO. Do not give things away for free, right? So what do people show up for? Let's think about life in general. Like think about your life. And I don't know if our life is different because we did show up for our health and it was successful, and so do we continue to show up. But what do people show up for in life? Is
They
it
show up
generalized?
they show up for sports games.
Sports. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah. Why? Why do they show up for sports games?
Yeah. I don't know, cause I don't like to show up for sports games, but I
I
do
don't
because
either.
it's for my kids, you
Ah.
know?
Yeah. So our kids, we show up for our kids.
Mhm. Mhm.
What is sad about that? And what is really sad about that and what is really true about that? I showed up for my kids when I got healthy because I couldn't fit on the ride to be there for my kid. If we changed our attitude and we understood that when we were getting healthy, we actually are doing it for our kids, because the majority of people are going to cut 10 to 15 years off of their life by being obese, by having diabetes, by having all of those diseases, right? That of civilization, as Dr. Barry calls them. And we're going to cut 10 to 15 years off of our life. If we realized that we are actually getting healthy for our kids, I think we would show up for ourselves. But like we talked about last week, and you're going to have to just cut in because I can't see when you're frozen and when you're not. So I'm just talking when you're
I know,
frozen
I'm
so that we
sorry.
don't have dead air. But if
Oh my
we,
gosh, I'm so
yeah,
I'm so over this
yeah,
internet.
yeah. Do you know your mayor? Can you make a phone call to your mayor?
Listen, my mayor, I try to vote him out.
Why does he keep getting voted in? Because he gives away free
There's
stuff?
I can't disclose that on here. I don't think it's good for our business.
It's not, no, because it is frustrating, though. It really is.
Yes.
Because
Um,
Anderson, like, that's a really big city. Like, that should be city kind of internet
yeah.
services. You're not even outside the city very far.
No. Give
Oh,
me a moment. Let me see if I can open my door and see if that
okay.
will let internet flow through. Hold
Okay.
on.
Yeah.
Keep
That seems
talking.
like that would work. Yeah. So showing up for yourself. What are the reasons why you show up for yourself? Drop it in the comments. Why do you show up for yourself? Why do you show up for yourself over and over? Or do you show up for yourself? I would say that in our list of clientele, probably 3/4 of our people don't show up for themselves. When something better comes along or when they're called away, I would say, I'll let her put her ears in so she can hear what I was just saying. Darcy, what I was saying was in our list of clientele, probably 1/4 of the people we have show up for themselves. Do you think that that
Yes.
statistic is right, or do you feel like that's a little bit off?
I think you're right. I mean, we have had, 6 years of experience in our
Mhm.
clientele, a lot of data collecting,
Mhm.
and we've been able to um, you know, see through that
Yeah.
in our business alone, that this is the statistic that we've built, and I think that other
Mhm.
coaching businesses of all sorts can agree, and I think doctors could even agree that people
Mhm.
don't show up for themselves. That's why the easy way out is to shove a
Toss
pill.
them. Toss them a
Yeah,
pill.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's that.
So it's an epidemic. It's an
Hmm.
epidemic of people not showing up for themselves. When they show up for themselves, pounds melt off bodies. Diseases reverse, and
Yep.
you've got an entirely new person with a new identity who's living life to the fullest. Those people show up for themselves every week. They don't miss sessions with their coach. They don't back out at family
Yeah.
reunions and overindulge, and they don't fall off the wagon. Those are the people who show up for themselves, and those are the people who win. Now, how do we get people from I'm not going to show up for myself to, you know what, putting myself first and I will show up for myself? How do we get people to cross over? Have we figured that out? It's not giving them free programs because they don't show up for themselves with free programs. How do we
Um,
get them to do that?
Well, we can't get them to do that. We have to, they've got to want to. I had
Mhm.
somebody last night say this program is not for people who need it. It's for people who want it. And in order for
Yes.
people to want it, they
Mhm.
have got to either hit rock bottom or
Mhm.
see themselves as valuable
Mhm.
and identify themselves as a value.
Right. Right. So
So, um, and it's not just about weight loss or health
mhm.
style. It's about, putting yourself out there in the business
Yeah.
world too. Like if you're not seeing yourself in a
Right.
value, to as a priority to be like, I want that position or I'm going to work hard
Mhm.
to get get this position. I'm going to prioritize
Mhm.
my gifts and talents
Yeah.
and work hard. But
And
people don't see themselves as that.
right.
So I think the next step is to, okay, well, how do we do that? Well, James Clear has a great way of, helping yourself, see yourself as valuable by placing systems and habits, right? But and other people.
That's the how to, but you've got to just decide, okay, because I'm putting myself first, it's actually putting my family first. And it's actually changing your identity first. And that's why, you know, everything Coach Darcy and I do nutritionally, you can find for free on the internet, right? That's not what works. Now, do we have the secret formula that helps melt fat off your body? Yes, we do. But that's not where we
Yep.
put our work, and that's not where the coaching comes in. And that's why our free programs fail and our coaching programs succeed, is because we spend time on a phone call with you, on a video chat with you, pouring into you, changing your self identity first. If you don't change your identity first and you don't see yourself as valuable, and you don't love yourself enough to put yourself first, that's why I don't agree with a lot of the I mean, I hate to say, I believe I have a problem with sermons who say put yourself last, and I totally understand it because the Bible says that, right? I totally get that. But if we do not why not help for free, Danita? Because people don't show up for themselves. I told you the statistics of that at the beginning of this live. One person out of about 25 will show up for themselves and do the stuff when they get it for free. People don't care when they get something for free. They don't. Our scholarships just don't work because if you don't invest in yourself, you're not going to show up for yourself. That's just the statistics. And I know that's hard to hear, but it's the truth. But if we don't pour into our clients
Yes.
and make them see themselves as valuable and understand why they are changing for themselves, they will not change. It's simply a diet, and they will follow it for 2 weeks until that person is, brought to a family reunion and
Yeah.
put a piece of pie in front of them. It just doesn't work. And the fact of the matter is, we are here. We show up for free every Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. on social media. We are here pouring into people for free. So we do it, right?
Yep.
The
Yep.
success does not come from that, though, right? The success comes
Oh,
when
okay.
people invest in themselves and they say, you know what? I have the financial accountability. I'm going to keep coming to those coaching sessions, coach, right? So, so
Yep.
yeah, it is just a sad statistics. Now they say here's another statistic for you: 75% of the self help books are on the shelf left unread. People don't do it. People don't open a free book. They don't do it. It's just, and of
Yeah.
course, like I said, and over, for everything I say, you can prove me wrong, but the statistics just aren't there. Look at your bookshelf. Look at your bookshelf and see how many unread books are on
Mhm.
there of the self. They just
It's
don't work.
it's really easy to envy those people that seem like they have it all together
Mhm.
and to watch and say, "Oh, I wish I had that."
Yeah.
And not understanding that they've put
Yeah.
into prioritizing themselves and their health, but yet there's still that balance of being able to, it's like putting
Mhm.
the face mask on first in the airplane.
Mhm.
You're doing that so that you can help save other people that are not quite there in the same mindset that you are. So
Mhm.
we put our face mask on first to help those people for free. And on our 11 o'clock when our internet's working and, you know,
Yeah.
be able to share all this information.
Right.
The amazing part about today is that we have information at our fingertips. So
Yeah.
much information at our fingertips. Yet we are still in the pit. Not
Yeah.
we, I'm not, but there's still
Yeah.
people in the pit
Yeah. Right.
and
And
are
they're
not willing to help themselves
right.
because they're putting everybody else's situation first.
Right. Yeah. When you get desperate enough that you're willing to do what it takes to get better, that's when you change your life. That's when we see our clients say, "You know what? Um my daughter asked me to go shopping." And I literally had this as an example. Uh won't name names, but my daughter wanted me to go to Starbucks with her, so I have to cancel our session together. That client is not going to make it. When we have people that say, "You know what, honey? I love you enough to tell you, but mom is going to fix herself first. I'm going to go to this meeting with the coach. I'm going to fix me first." That person is the one who's successful, right? When they put themselves first. It is so hard to get a woman
Yeah.
to put herself first when she enters our program. It is like pulling teeth
Hmm.
because that woman has always put herself last. That is why she's so unhealthy. That's why she's living with obesity. That's why she has diabetes, because she's put herself last. It's time we reverse that. I see you
Yeah.
are opening
And
your
it's
mouth
not,
to talk.
again, well, it's not a selfish thing. People were like, well, it's a
No,
selfish thing to put yourself first. And
right.
we've said it several times on our lives before where it's not selfish. I
No.
mean, you can make it selfish. You can definitely turn it around and make it selfish. You can
Hmm.
definitely, do things only for
Hmm.
yourself to benefit yourself
Yeah.
for yourself. And that's selfish. But if you're benefit for yourself to help others and to be able to strive and being here on this earth, like, you know, to the fullest, then
Hmm.
that is not being selfish for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Danita, I don't agree with that. Just because we have the statistics and we have the medical reports to prove that opposite. For every, I like to say, for every study, you can find a study that's opposite. You have to go with what your body says. Your body is going to tell you. Your body is going to say. Your blood work is going to tell you. Your energy is going to tell you. And they are proving now that eating meat and eating the protein and leaning into that protein is actually the most healthy. So I would agree with you that your body is telling you exactly what it needs to heal. A lot of people,
Mhm.
when you look at the background of those studies, they're sponsored by, plant-based organizations. You got to go with what your body says. And our statistics on our side of the practice tell us that leading more carnivore is actually better for you.
Yeah.
Just depends on who you
That
want to listen to.
that and I mean, if you think about the data that's being collected, I think it's cool that we have science to be able to know what blood type
Hmm.
and why our blood is the way it is. But there's just that. Our ancestors didn't have that
Mm-mm.
kind of data on knowing what blood they were to know how they're supposed to eat. So
Hmm.
that's where I'm like, okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
like that's pretty far out. But
Yeah. I say? Do what works for you. You know,
yeah, yeah,
as long as you're not eating processed foods and you're not eating the sugar that's killing us, and we have vegetarians we work with. Do I think that's healthy? No, I don't. I don't. I think you
mm,
need the. I think our science proves otherwise. But so you got to show up for yourself, guys. How many of you are in that boat of, yeah, coaches, I put everybody else first and my life is paying for it. My life is paying for it. And
yeah,
it's a simple thing of saying, "You know what? I'm going to have a loving conversation with you, but mom hasn't been there for herself and my health is proof of what has happened, and I was dying. I was dying. When I was 272 pounds, I was dying. But I was thinking I was putting everybody else first. When in fact, they were losing their mom. That's not putting people first. Oh, yeah, skin tags. That is the weirdest, most cool thing about healing. I don't know why. That was the first thing I noticed. My skin tags fell off. I'm like, I have dealt with these skin tags in between my skin for years and years. That was the first thing that fell off. I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever. And that was like, okay, I know I'm on the right track. I just know it.
Yeah.
Coach, anything else on your mind today? It's kind of a funny day. And we apologize for the internet. We're sorry about the internet. Sometimes when we have this and we know it going into a live, we know it's going to kind of be a short one, but we want to show up for you. We want to show up for you regardless if the internet's working or not. And I'm trying to read and watch Darcy's face to know when she paused. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
We're trying, y'all. We're trying.
So I stayed home for this because I thought it was important. But I guess the thing that I would add just, the importance of when you are in time when you're like, yeah, I really need to change. Don't just hum ho around it. Like, you got to dive deep into it, because if you just hum ho around it, or hum about it, I did it backwards. Ho hum about it, then you're not going to do it. You're going to find allow yourself to change or to do the things. And when somebody provides a free service, then usually take it.
Take it.
It's like, take it and do it, and then see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
If it's going to lead you down the wrong path, then you're on path. But you're not going to know unless you don't show up for yourself.
Yeah.
It's something
show up for yourself.
Yeah.
And if you signed up for our free program, guys, show up for yourself. Come on.
Yeah.
Like it is just unreal to me. It's unreal to me. We had about 20 people sign up for the 2-week detox, and one person's doing it. I don't understand. Yes, Danita, we are here every Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And typically our internet is beautiful. So we apologize to you for that. But the other free thing that we do, we have a blog on our website, kmhealthcoaching.org. We have a blog. I just released a new article about the 3 deadliest words of a weight loss journey. Do you know what those are, Coach? Did you read my blog? You probably already know.
I didn't read it yet because I've been busy.
Yeah.
I probably do but now I'm on the spot.
Do you know what the three deadly words? And then life. And then life. Oh. And then life happens. That is the 3 deadly words to a weight loss journey. And then life.
I read that.
Because you probably helped me write it. So yeah, that is the 3 deadly words.
I read it because I got the email.
Yeah, you did.
See, but I didn't. Listen, I'm so flustered from the internet. So
the internet really forgive me. Lori, you got to show up. You got to show up, babe. You're not going to change until you show up for yourself.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, Lori. I'm going to speak some truth into you. I'm going to truth bomb you right now because I know you, I love you, and I can do it, right? Yes. There is still openings to that, Danita. You'll find that on my Facebook page. Lori, I'm going to speak truth to you right now. Life is always a flipping mess. Life will never calm down. The only consistent thing in life is inconsistency. So if you don't show up for yourself first, it will never change. You will sign up for programs over and over and over and over again. You're going to fall apart. You're going to go to the cardiologist, Lori, until you get sick and tired of being sick and tired and you put yourself first. You have an option to put yourself first. I'm sorry that hurts, but you have an option to put yourself first. Your choice of not showing up is your choice. I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry. Until you get sick enough of being sick enough of changing, you're going to go through this loop. It's just a loop, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you should have signed up, but you also should show up. That's the truth, babe. I love you enough to tell you about it because the only thing in life that's consistent is inconsistency. Get up, get over it and get your life back. Take your life back. Love yourself enough to take your life back. I love you so much, Lori. You know it. You know I'm here for you, babe.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sign up.
I have been told, I've had to tell some clients about, and they don't like me for it.
I
But
know.
in the end, it's like what you're saying. We say it 'cause,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
the idea of when you are waiting for your chaos to pass by and be over and done, it's like what you're saying. It's there's gonna be something else.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's like
There will
so
always be
never
something
just
else.
wait
It'll be
until the chaos. Gotta
grandkids.
be able to live, yeah, live life.
Mhm.
Um, with the in the midst of the chaos, stop going against the grain of chaos. That's what our phrase
Yeah.
is. I forgot about that one, but yeah,
Yeah. No is a complete sentence.
don't go against the grain of chaos. 'Cause then you know how to deal
You
it.
go with
Yeah.
it. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing, Lori. I'm going to speak some more truth into you. This kind of lifestyle that we live can be lived in the middle of chaos. It's not things that you have to add. That's the really cool thing. It's things that we're eliminating. You don't have to put these crappy things in your body in the middle of chaos. You just don't put it in your body, right? You know what hurts us. You know what hurts you. So you just remove it. Does it make you a little bit miserable while you're doing it? Would having a donut in the middle of chaos make it better? Temporarily for about 30 seconds, and then you fill your life with guilt and shame and pain because sugar brings pain to your body. How about we just cut it off? And we have a little bit of pain on the front side of saying no to that donut, but then we're starting to live again because we're healing our body. Then you don't end up having to go to the cardiologist because you've healed yourself. A little bit of pain on the front side of showing up for yourself pales in comparison to the answers that you'll find at the cardiologist, because the cardiologist, all he has left to give you are pills, right? Yeah. Show up for yourself. I'm challenging you, Lori. If the only reason we're doing this podcast today is for you, you only missed one meeting last night. You've got 7 more days. You can show up for yourself, but it's a choice. It is an absolute choice. And the cool thing, Danita, is the free program that we have going on is a continual program, so you can hop on. So just because we just started it last night, you will still have 2 free sessions with the coaches. So that is the cool thing about this new thing. Unless I get mad enough like I was last night to pull the entire program, I won't. Darcy will keep me from doing that. Oh, too funny. A lot of tips that we have, that you have a very normal problem, Danita. It's very normal because partly because we have fell on the comfort of having something sweet every night, and it's become a habit. Um, there's a lot of tips that you can do. The biggest the most success that you'll find in it, that is the horrific 2 weeks of hell week we're putting our clients through right now, and that's nothing sweet to the mouth. Once you get over that, and you'll see the map. If you join the program, you'll see in the chat, you'll see the map that I posted last night of what you will be feeling. And the first 4 days it's hell. It's honestly hell. After you get over that, you can do anything. You feel like a beast. Darcy, you're very quiet. I don't know if it's because you're frozen or because you're thinking about something. I think it's because you're frozen. Oh, you gotta love internet. You gotta love internet. I love monk fruit, by the way. My most favorite sweetener right now. And when I tell you it's changing my life, 7 years into this health style, it's changing my life 7 years into the health style that I'm on. But it's allulose. Allulose is changing my life. Like, it is a literal GLP-1. Darcy, you're really quiet. You're extending your quietness into awkward silence now, though I am just filling the airwaves with my talking because you're frozen. Oh gosh. What other questions? Can we answer any questions while Darcy's frozen? Seriously, Lori. Now this won't go for the detox because I want nothing sweet to the mouth for 2 weeks for you. But allulose, if I the liquid allulose is what I put in my coffee. Darcy's still frozen, so I guess I'm still talking. The liquid allulose I put in my coffee with heavy cream in the morning. I'm literally not hungry until about 3 or 4 in the afternoon. It has the impact of GLP-1. I don't have, and this could be just me, I don't have the same punch to the gut with the powdered allulose. I don't have that. It does work, but there she's back. There she's back. The liquid just does something. RX sugar is it's incredible. I'm very angry with them right now because they are so popular that it's hard to get their products now. But yeah, the RX sugar, the pixie
we're
sticks
not
in
the
the
only
middle of the
ones.
day. Oh,
We're not the only ones. Oh my gosh, sorry. can't.
No, no, you're out of control,
Yeah.
Darth.
Oh my gosh. It's not only us that is advocating for RX sugar. There's other health coaches out there
Are you serious?
that love the product. That's probably why they're having a hard time keeping up. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And you guys know you guys know my GLP-1 story. I asked the holistic doctor that I work for. I'm going to drop the link into our chat here. I asked the doctor that I coach for. I do subcontracting work for a holistic doctor in New Orleans. And I asked her to put me on a GLP-1 a couple of summers ago so that I could build my GLP-1 recovery program. And the impact of the GLP-1 and the impact of allulose match. Like the craving reduction, all of that. Yeah. Flavored drinks. Yeah. Yeah. And I would say, Danita, that you could use their pixie sticks to make a flavored drink. But I like them too much as a pixie stick. So I would not waste it in a drink. But you're right. That would be really cool. Yeah. I messaged them and I'm like, listen, y'all, your company is growing. Is it because you're growing so fast? What's the problem with the availability of your products? Because we need them. It is a GLP-1. It's incredible. So, Lori, I would say after your detox, bring RX sugar into your life. 100%. 100%.
Yes.
Any other questions? And we apologize again, guys. This is an internet problem morning. Normally, Tuesday mornings are bright and cheerful and amazing, but it's not this morning.
We had like 2, maybe 3 weeks of like perfect internet, and then the storm happened, and our internet was down for a day, and they must not have hooked up the wires properly because
Yeah, it has. But we did have a podcast drop this morning. Beyond the Scale, Weight Loss and Wellness. Coach Darcy and I do a podcast. And so we did have another podcast drop. So we do a lot of free stuff. So we're not knocking the free stuff, guys. We're not knocking the free stuff. We love to do it. And if I had people who listened to what we said, we'd do more of it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's factual.
So here is, oh gosh, I don't even know if I told you this, Coach. Did I tell you this? I think you may have seen it in one of my Facebook posts, but we really want to make what we do financially accessible. We understand it is a hard situation out there. Air conditioning went out. It's $15,000 project. I totally get it. I hear you. And so we're trying to do everything we can to make the coaching, the one-on-one coaching accessible to people. And so I did drop, I don't know if you saw this yesterday, but I did drop our curriculum fee. So when you sign up for the 3-month program, we drop the curriculum fee, which is about $300, which is awesome. And you still get the curriculum. It's just we drop the fee for it. So you can just what that allows you to do is just ease right into the coaching. So I don't know if I told you that or not, Coach, but there you go.
Nope, you didn't.
There you go. So if your clients want that deal, they just have to message me and say, hey, the boss said that she was dropping the curriculum fee. So
you'll have to retell me that because I only got snippets of that. So we'll talk about it after this.
Donita, there's something else to be said about that. She is not 100% wrong. in the fact that she's telling you to eat whole foods. I just don't happen to agree with the whole protein part and the meat part. Again, she's telling you to eat whole foods. So, there's not, if you've got a person telling you to eat whole foods, it's not necessarily a bad thing. We are whole foods driven. If God made that food, I just happen to like steak.
I think that says a lot about science,
Mhm.
honestly,
Yeah.
and doctors and
Mhm.
holistic doctors, and the fact that there is one foundational thing that links
Mhm.
us all together, and that would be whole
Whole foods.
foods.
Yep.
Now, are they right about how we're bio individual and how
Mhm.
all don't fit in the same box?
Yeah.
It's just like pushing the
Yeah.
next new fad, the next new thing. Oh, now we all have to go out and
Mhm.
get our blood test done so then we can
Yeah.
eat for how our blood wants.
Mhm.
And initially, like, we are not feeding our body the minerals and nutrients.
Mhm.
So yeah, it might feel better to eat one way than another because we're not getting the
Mhm.
nutrients that we need. But it goes down to root reason is whole food. Stop eating the crap
Mhm.
that
The
people
other thing too
are in the stores.
the other thing too to think about is why you want to do what you want to do. So can you lose weight eating that way? Absolutely, you can. It basically is calories in, calories out. Now, we take it a step further and we want you to heal your body. We want you to heal type 2 diabetes. We want you to heal PCOS. And we understand the reason why you are so sick with those kind of diseases is about insulin. And so what we say and why we say, hey, we're going to get rid of those starchy veggies is because of the insulin response and what happens to your blood sugar. And so we take our coaching a step above weight loss because you can lose weight eating potatoes and eating those kinds of things, but you're not healing your body. You're not healing the inflammation. You're not understanding that those things raise your sugar, spike your sugar, which releases insulin, which is why we're insulin resistant. So we take it a step above weight loss and we want our people to
Yeah,
reverse those diseases of human civilization. That
yeah.
said, there's a
And
ways.
facts are also that I thought you were done.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. That's all right.
I waited until there was a pause, but you just froze.
I
Uh, I
know.
was I was just gonna say also we have to know, like, scientifically as well, the modern day food, even Whole Foods, to where they are not where they used to be. So we've got to be mindful of the quantity of how much we're eating of fruits and vegetables. It's yeah, they're healthy and they're nutrients, but my goodness, like, if you eat too much of it, it's not going to be good for your body. So um, that's all I
Yeah.
had to input.
Well, and there's other tools that we teach as well because we have a hormone program where there are certain times of the month we want our women eating sweet potatoes, eating starchy vegetables. But there's also things that we do during those seasons where we create resistant starch, where we had say, okay, you're going to have a sweet potato today. We want you to we want you to cook it, then we want you to cool it, put it in the refrigerator, and then heat it up again. And that starch has changed, and so it doesn't impact your blood sugar like eating a potato right out of the oven, right? So creating a resistant starch and changing the concepts, changing what that does to your body also is a really, really cool tool. So yeah, you know what? Show up for yourself. Show up for yourself.
Yeah,
Put everybody else aside, put all of the stress aside. No is a complete sentence and begin to grab your life back from the grips of a chaotic life. The chaotic life is killing us. We are the most stressed out society because we think we have to be superwomen and we don't. If you were superwoman to yourself and you got healthy first, the world would be an entirely different place. Really would.
yeah.
So, again, we are so very sorry about the internet today. We tried to push through it. We pushed through it as great as we could. Hopefully, hopefully it didn't look as quirky as it does from our perspective. We had a conversation before our meeting today about how we read each other, because sometimes we cut our podcast straight from the lives. We can't do that today because we can't read each other. Sometimes we can know when the other person has something to say. We've got these cues that we do. We don't have any cues today. We are cueless.
Cueless.
We are cueless. Oh gosh, we love you guys. We love you enough to tell you the truth.
We were setting this up for success, and it just was not.
We failed. We failed big time today, but we hope you got something out of today. If it was just a comedy show, that'd be it. That's all we want. I'm going to go give plasma today. I'm going to go do that today. So that's where I'm headed. Giving plasma, giving back to society. We're here every Tuesday morning. Typically, we're here all composed and put together. Today was not that, but it's okay. It's all right. If you are one of those who signed up for our free program, please show up. Please check your emails every day. Please show up to group. You will never be the same again. All right? If you would like to join the free group, message us. Message us. We'll send you a link to sign up. You get 2 weeks free. Can't beat that. Free is good, right? If you are like, you know what, I already know that I need the coaching. I know that I need these two crazy people whose internet was frozen today. Know that the curriculum fee was waived. So if that is you, just let us know in your message. Hey, coaches, you said on the live the curriculum fee is waived. I'm ready to sign up, but could you please waive the curriculum fee? And we'll do it. We will absolutely do it. So, all right. We're going to sign off of here. When we sign back on next Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, our internet will be beautiful. If Darcy can grow her tree in the same place. Oh, gosh. Or call her mayor.
Yeah.
One of the two. All right, guys. You are so loved. And we want you to know that there's hope. We want you to know you can take back your life. And you can heal. You can heal yourself. We'll see you next Tuesday at 11 a.m. Bye-bye.
Hey, it's Coach Monica here. Guess what? If you're fed up with feeling stuck in your battle with weight or food, I've got something just for you. Check out our free Facebook groups. Over at Food Addiction and Recovery, I'm over there waiting for you. We're going to walk this journey together. It's about getting real, sharing our stories, and lifting each other up. We're in this together every step of the way. And if you're curious about changing your life with keto, the Weight Loss Project is where you want to be. Coach Darcy is amazing. And together, we're not just talking about losing weight. We're talking about finding a happier, healthier you. So, what do you say? Are you ready to join us? The links are in the show notes below, and I'm telling you, this is more than an invite. It is the start of something great.